I'm walking around Highbury with my hat on, Chelsea tracksuit, thinking I could come unstuck here. And he's coming and he's going, where's the Wonder Kid? Where's the Wonder Kid? Where is he?
Base just sent him off the bus.
Go back to my room.
Go back to your room, get changed.
Why is this guy so offended by toes? Look at this guy. I'm Joe Cole.
And I'm Ashley Cole.
And we're back with a new series of Could It Be Magic?
Brought to you by Carlin, the official beer of the Emirates FA Cup and Adobe Women's FA Cup.
Look at us, seasoned pros, doing this now. We have great memories of the FA Cup.
My favourite competition.
Yes, we know, Gee, 7-time winners.
You know I love to hear that.
Yeah, listen. Our first episode is back with our boy JD, Jermain Defoe.
What a player.
What a player. Remember to subscribe and follow for more from us and Carlin, the beer of football, over the course of this season's competition.
You can get all the episodes of Could It Be Magic on the Good, the Bad and the Football YouTube channel.
And wherever you listen to podcasts.
18 plus, please drink responsibly.
Ash, we're back.
I'm back, mate. It's been a while.
It's been a while, mate. And we're back with the main man, our good friend, JD, Mr. Goals. How are you, Jay?
I'm good, boys.
How are you, mate?
Not bad, you?
Good. He ain't changed, is he?
Just look how fresh he looks.
Yeah, he ain't changed.
Why he's making me blush already? We're starting.
Geeks, what moisturiser do you use, actually?
Kills.
Yeah?
Eye cream.
There's
Scrub.
not a wrinkle on you, is it?
You know the what's it called? The ice in the morning on the
Really?
eyes. Everything.
You got a routine?
You got to have the routine.
Wow.
Yeah, come on.
I just
Mate,
get out
I
of
need
bed,
it, mate.
wash my face, brush my
Get rid of the
teeth.
greys with a little bit of dark spray.
Damn.
Mate.
Come on, Ash. You have to.
You can't give away all your secrets.
I don't
on
care,
here.
mate.
Mate.
I have to.
I'll tell you what happened to me the other day. So I'm on the way up to Newcastle to do the game, and they booked my ticket wrong with on a senior citizens thing, right?
Mm.
So the guy's asking me, "Can I see your senior citizens card?" And I'm going,
He's
"Mate,"
asking me.
but I've known you just woke up, and he was a nice fella,
Yeah.
and he's like, and I couldn't work out whether he thought I was a senior citizen. So I've got a bit angry. What are we talking about, mate? And there's two Newcastle fans there. They're like having a chuckle.
Yeah.
I was fuming, man. So I need that moisturiser.
It's happening to
Trust
all
me.
of us. It is what it is. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, ain't it?
It's fine.
Mate. So JD, how long we've known each other a long time, Geese,
Long
haven't we?
time.
We've yeah,
From like, well, obviously, Lillishall,
yeah,
14 to
You
16.
was there together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he was my senior.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like when it was quite funny though, because obviously growing up actually from the East End and stuff. But so in my year, it was like me and 90.
yeah,
So around the East End, it was like Jermain Defoe, Leon Knight. Do you know
yeah,
what I mean? So by the time, so when we got to Lillishall, it was like, we're sort of like having ourselves, yeah?
yeah,
I always remember this name, Joe Cole. So obviously we were excited to meet you and that. So I remember I got to Lillishall and it was like you, Army, Leon Mike, Danny Webber, all that
Yeah.
lot. But Coley was the one that stood out. And I remember we used to do that. Remember that we always used to try this trick that we saw Maradona do it with
Yeah.
the ball ash. And he used to flick it like this on his head. None of us could do it. Maybe we said to Coley, we said, Coley, can you do this? Bang, on his head. It was just like, nah. But it was funny though, because me and 90 was sort of like, we scored a lot of goals from like Simrab, scored a lot of goals in my district. And when we met Coley, I thought, you know what, that's the level.
Different.
Yeah, I thought that's the level we need to get to. Like, it was amazing.
Do you, I remember that trick
Mm.
because we watched it. It was like someone had a Maradona VHS for all the kids out there. That's something before YouTube and the internet. You had to put something in and watch it, and it was him doing a warm up Maradona. And he had his little chunky legs, right? And he just done it. He went boom, and everyone was in the room. Went wow, rewind.
But
And then we call everyone and go, do you see that?
no, but Ash, we were trying to do it. No one could do it.
I remember the warm up. I think
He just
when
went,
he's like dancing and he's
Yeah.
booting the ball in the air, and
And he
off
just
his
flicked
fight.
it on his
"Oh,
head,
it was
like,
so good, wasn't it?
yeah, it was amazing.
But no, I remember you coming because I'd heard about you and Leon, and our coach, Mr. Blunt, he went down to watch your trial, and he said, "I've seen two centre forwards." He said, "Oh, they're going to play for England." He was like, "Them," and you know what he's like. He
Yeah.
don't get excited.
No, it doesn't.
So I
No.
was like, okay.
He used to wear Umbro Specialis, no socks.
Yeah, no socks. Talcum
Never
powder.
seen it. I've
Talcum
seen it
powder.
since.
I've never seen anything like it.
Unbelievable.
Dusty, yeah, love him, bless him. He's not with us no more. He was brilliant
Yeah.
for me. As a coach, he was brilliant for me because
Yeah.
coming up from London, you know, you have this I think people from London have a little something about us where we, you know, I don't know what it is. It's something, and then he's a Yorkshireman, right? And he put me in my place, Coley, from day one. It's like we had to have jobs from 14. Like you probably couldn't do it now.
Mm.
So like So my job was always the worst job. I had to do mop the dressing room after before we went up to do the thing. I literally don't think you can do it now.
No, you couldn't.
But like, mate, if this dressing room weren't perfect, he was on me. Do you know what I mean? He could see that I was maybe a little bit.
It was always a thing, though, wasn't it? With the London boys, like London boys are sort of like flash or got a lot of mouth, and I think it's just the way we were, though.
To be honest, I don't know how both of you've done that. I couldn't have lasted in Lillishall.
Really?
No.
Cold?
No. I remember going for the trials and that there, and I was actually relieved when I didn't get through.
Really?
Yeah. Mentally, I was weak at that age. I was so shy and timid. I could not have lived both of your lives
in that environment.
Yeah, I wouldn't have survived.
I was desperate to go. And to be fair, like, I think for me, because I was just so obsessed with football, I don't even think I even looked at it like, do you know what? I'm leaving, like...
everything.
I'm leaving my family for 2 years.
Exactly.
And when you know, it's like, in East London, it's like, there's only certain places you go.
Yeah.
Because I remember when I came back and I went on loan to Bournemouth. And when Harry said to me, "Oh, you're going on loan to Bournemouth, where's that?" Because around the East End, you don't go. I go to my cousin's house and I go to my nan's, and like my mum's, and that's it. So obviously, when I went to Lillishall, I think because I was so obsessed with football, that's all I wanted to do. I didn't even think about, do you know what, I'm leaving home for 2 years. It was just got on with
normal.
it.
Really? I couldn't have done it, mate.
Really?
Seriously, no.
I'm with you. Like I think it was brilliant for me because it took me out of the environment. I was, that year 10, year 11 around London. There's a lot of distractions and a lot of things. We've seen it with some players. You could go off the rails.
Yeah, 100%.
So I think for me at that time, it was absolutely perfect. Tucked away in the countryside and just training like a professional.
Yeah.
So you've done school in there as well, right?
We got bussed into a normal comprehensive school.
Yeah.
And then we come back and we train like a professional.
Yeah.
So you couldn't really get in trouble. Like the worst thing you could do is play a bit of snooker or something afterwards. Like he managed to get in trouble a few times. But
me and 90.
But I look back here now and I think to myself, that was pivotal for me becoming a footballer because I'm easily led. Like, and I think do you know what I mean? Like I was tucked away learning to be a professional. I come back to West Ham at 16 and we both sort of more or less went straight into the first team, didn't we? That only within
I just feel like when you say about being pivotal, I just feel like for me, because I was at Lillishall for 2 years, and I just felt like by the time I signed for West Ham when I was 16, I just felt like I was ahead of the boys at my age because it's almost like I had the 2 years before that felt like I was in that football environment already because I was training every day.
Yeah.
Ash, we would stay behind. Even when Bluntly, we finished training, and I remember Bluntly used to walk off.
Yeah.
Me and Knight, we stayed behind for like an hour just doing finishing with the goalkeeper. So I was doing that from 14 to 16. So by the time I got into the academy at West Ham, I was just when I was getting my chances, I was so comfortable in front of goal and so familiar with the sort of chances I was getting. It was just like all my instincts from a young age. And I trained with the first team, scored a lot of goals, and then obviously made my debut 17.
Yeah, disciplined life, that, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
But as a young kid.
Do you know what, Coley? Like you said, like you wasn't in the right framework to do it. But the next question here is about personalities on the pitch and off pitch. When I think of you, on the pitch, like the last thing I would think of is timid or shy. Like you were probably one of the most mentally strong players I've seen on the pitch because remember I watched you. You know, your performance levels are always high, elite. But for some reason, there was a narrative around you. And do you remember the Portugal game in 2004 when you marked Ronaldo out the game? Yeah. So for someone to deal, so many players would have gone under that. You were the best player on the pitch, and the whole of the media, for some reason, they had it in for Ash. And you know, the media was powerful back then. They could make or break your career. Yeah. So they clearly had an agenda because he was the best player on the pitch. Marked Ronaldo out the game. Yeah. And it was just like they were battering him, mate. And I was like, that was the first. I think that was the first time. That helped me because I was like, oh, I get it. These guys don't know what they're talking about. Do you know what I mean?
No, but do you think that's not the main reason why you're so good? But in a way, when you have that, it's almost like, you know, when you've got something to prove sometimes, so you play angry.
I always had to play with that. I think our backgrounds, you know, where we grew up, what we had to, you know, go through to get to the level we played at was tough. And I think for both of us, we, you know, both from the East London, North London, and understanding like our journeys are all different. But when I'm starting to get through to the under-16s at Arsenal, so you leave school, and I wasn't the best player. I was never the best player in my group, but you had to fight to get your shirt. It's, you know, like you two guys, is, you know, if you want it that much, you have to deal with adversity through whatever, and it just comes. I'm not saying it came natural to me. I don't think I wanted to, or people never wanted to be hated, did they? You know, I was there to play football and enjoy it, but it comes with a job. I understood that, and on a pitch, I saw it as you're trying to take my livelihood away.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so I'm like, no.
Does it frustrate you when, like, I would imagine this happens to you a lot, right? When people get to know you, they go, you're all right. Does that happen? Do people say that?
Yeah.
You're a good lad. Because that's when I went to Liverpool, I got that from a few people. Like, are you all right for a Londoner?
Yeah.
So, like, when people have we all do it, didn't we? Have preconceived notions of what people are like.
Yeah.
Without knowing them. But did that frustrate you or something? Because off the pitch, you're like...
Not really. I said, I was just quiet. I was just
chilled,
quiet.
Just chilled,
Yeah, relax. But
yeah. JD, what's your favourite memory of Ash off the pitch?
Oh my God, so many. Wow. One I think that probably springs to mind is the Capello one. Remember when he sent you off the bus when you had the flip-flops on?
Yeah.
So obviously everyone knows. I mean, Fabio Capello was sort of like, he come in and we was all excited. Well, I was anyway, because obviously it's Fabio Capello, the players that he's flipping managed and all that. But like, so I remember we left in, because stayed at the Grove, didn't we?
Yeah.
So everyone's got on the bus. So you know, it was quite strict in terms of what you wore and all that sort of stuff. And we all got to do the same thing, dinner at this time. You can't be like 2 seconds late and all that thing. Just those sort of standards. So I remember sitting at the back of the bus, and then I see Ash come on with his wash bag and his flip-flops. Big deal. And then Fabio just stopped you, didn't he?
Yeah.
Basically just sent him off the bus.
I had to go back to my room.
Go back to your room, get changed.
Why is this guy so offended by toes?
To be fair, some brought toes though.
But look, you know, looking back now as coaches and all that, I kind of understand it. You know, you want everyone to be the same. You want the discipline. You don't want to players to look different. If everyone else is wearing trainers and I'm bowling in flip-flops, I understood it.
But you get a lot of managers, as for instance, Arsène, he probably wouldn't have been bothered by that. Like, if you're going training and say you've got flip-flops on and then someone else has got trainers on, but you've got the same tracksuit on.
Yeah. Do you know what? I don't know.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you. I know he wouldn't tolerate lateness.
You can't be late. It doesn't matter. That's non-negotiables, isn't it? You can't.
Who you are, though.
Yeah.
So some go like non-negotiables, but actually, I need him. He's my best player.
Yeah.
I see him close the door on Thierry.
Really?
And that was like,
Really?
Yeah.
So Thierry Henry turned up
Thierry,
late?
Back at Highbury, Thierry was late for the bus by like literally.
Is this early Thierry or prime Thierry?
No, this is prime Thierry.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and there was like literally an accident right in front of Thierry. And look, I could be exaggerating why he was late, but literally he was at the top of the hill of Highbury, and we're coming out the JVC Centre, which is maybe 100 yards down the hill, on the left. So we're pulling out to the right, and we're like, we're looking out the window. It's Thierry's car. And he went, no, late.
Really?
Late.
Yeah, you're late.
And that was where, and again, I don't know if this is 100% true, but we had a big game. It was a big game.
Did he start?
Yeah, he started the next game, which again is good, but if you're late, you're late.
Doesn't matter who it is.
It doesn't matter who it is.
Yeah.
And there you go, actually.
Yeah.
That's like
I think
remarkable that.
Yeah, it's a massive statement. I had one coming out of, we played Chelsea Arsenal at Highbury. Must have been, I think it's the last game we played at Highbury. And I got drug tested after the game. So no, you're late. I've scored in the game as well. So I'm thinking, we won the game. Jose just left me. Highbury. I come out in the marble halls.
Gone.
No.
Would you get Uber?
Before Uber, I'm walking around Highbury with my hat on, Chelsea tracksuit, thinking I could come unstuck here. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just, I don't know. Listen, I think that's mad.
He's phoning me in that JD. Send the boys.
I might need some help here. Yeah, that's mental.
Do you remember when I was late? When I was late, we did one of the meetings, Capello. So I was in my room, and obviously I've got the times wrong.
Yeah.
And then Mish, she does all that admin. So Mish just phoned me and said, "Where are you?" I said, "I'm in my room, just chilling." Not like I fell asleep or something. She was, "I think you've missed the meeting."
Oh.
I think it was just a quick meeting. I don't know, like. So Ash, I'm panicking. Yeah. And my heart, like, so as I've come down, you boys are coming out. I don't know if you remember at the Grove. So I'm stood there. I thought, what am I gonna say? Anyway, I thought, let me just go in and just say sorry.
Yeah.
So as I've gone in, he's standing there, so obviously waiting for me. Yeah. And all the rest of the staff are standing at the back of the room.
Oh God.
So I've gone in there and I was like, oh, sorry, boss. He went mad. Sorry.
What did he say?
He said to me, sorry. He said, if you're it's unacceptable. If your mum was waiting for you, like, it's disrespectful. Like, he went mad. I was like, okay, cool. Just felt like a kid.
Yeah.
And I just walked out.
Yeah,
all the staff were standing there looking at me. I thought,
he didn't want to mess up.
If I'd have seen that, I'd have gone to him. Shoot yourself there.
Oh, you know what?
I got it as well.
Mate, I thought he was going to send me home.
Yeah. Do you know what that's mad though? I think it's just cultural. Like, we had Sven for so long, and Sven was chilled.
Yeah.
And that was fine. And then we went from that. Steve McLaren was like a bit more like Sven, and then we had Capello. But
yeah,
remember we had Carlo was quite.
Yeah, no,
Carlo was chilled, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like so. I think he's just on one, mate. Just didn't like lateness and didn't like toes.
Yeah.
Does. Let's move on to JD's FA Cup memories. You scored 22 goals in 39 FA Cup goals. But what's your first FA Cup memory like as a kid? Because we've all got one final we remember sitting there. What was your first one you watched?
Well, I remember the Gaza free kick.
Yes.
Against Arsenal. Yeah, and obviously an iconic figure in football, you know, legend at Tottenham, England, everywhere he went really.
Yeah.
You know, he's probably one of the best players that we've produced in this country. You know, an unbelievable character. And I remember the free kick, and you know, he's put it down, you think you're not going to score from there.
Yeah.
I mean, David Seaman in goal.
Yeah,
you know
not
what I
with
mean?
them mitre deltas.
Exactly.
They were like, they were about 3 stones.
No, just, yeah, exactly. Heavy, weren't they?
Yeah.
I just remember just like, he had them big Puma Kings on, didn't he? With a big tongue and that.
Yeah.
And they just like, yeah, it was unbelievable free kick. That's one of my first memories, to be honest.
It's mad, that, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's mine as well.
Yeah.
So iconic.
It's mad.
I think anyone sort of around our age, because it was like, you have to remember like the landscape, the media landscape, there's so many, there's podcasts, there's football on not only every day, probably 3 or 4 games every day nowadays.
It's mad. Yeah.
Back then, the semi-final, the final was an event.
It was a big thing, wasn't it?
And if something magic happened, you were talking about it all day. And I think that's why it's seared in our memory. That's why I loved him. I'm not even a Tottenham fan.
Yeah, I loved him.
No, but do you know another memory is the Arsenal Sheffield Wednesday games when Wrighty scored the header, and then another one when Wrighty went through, and because I don't know if I'm right in saying this, but was it replays as well?
Yeah, I think it was. Right?
The replays as well. I remember the goal. The reason I remember the goal is I was obsessed with Wrighty at the time when I was a kid. Do you know what I mean? I just wanted to be like Wrighty. Every time I watched him play, I had to watch the finishing, the movement, everything. And I remember the goal that he scored, the header. I just remember him crying.
Yeah.
And that joy and that, do you know what I mean? It was just unbelievable to see it and stuff. And then obviously one day you're thinking, I'd love to play in the FA Cup. Like, do you know what I mean? At Wembley and stuff like that. It was amazing.
That's why Wrighty connected with, because like you saw how much he loved football. Yeah. Like as a kid, like I said, I was a Chelsea fan. Yeah. Like, living in Camden, I love Wrighty. I loved him. I loved him, right? Yeah. And then when he signed for West Ham, I was proper starstruck. Remember, he walked into Chad Relief, right? And you know what he's like. I'm sitting there, and I could hear his voice coming in. I go, wow, see him right. and he's coming in. He's going, "Where's the Wonder Kid? Where's the Wonder Kid? Where is he?" And I'm going, "Oh, he's talking about me, man." I don't know. And he said, and I think I even said, "I'm here, Ian." I called him Ian. It looks at me like that.
He was brilliant, wasn't he? Just the energy and stuff like that.
Like he was going, and then he said something like, "I can't wait to play with you" and all that. And I was like, "Mate," and I was just buzzing. I went home, told the boys, I made my debut with Ian Wright. And I've come on the pitch against Swansea, got the ball, looked up, he's made a run. I've gone to play it. I thought, it's not on. I've kicked it. And he just abused me. That got me ready for first team football.
Right, he was like someone who I used to literally, you know, that rewriting a record DVD, I'd watch it religiously every single night after training. Actually, it was crazy. And it was funny because when I was at Charlton, obviously before I signed for West Ham, I came back from Lillishall. I was 15. I trained with the first team. We did like a finishing session. And then Brighty said to me, Mark Bright, said, if you beat me, I'll buy you a pair of boots. So actually, know me, I was like, bang, 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 beat him. He was like, so anyway, got me a pair of boots. And I remember he used to drive me home back to East London in a purple Mercedes, right? And apparently after, he phoned Wrighty and said, I've just seen this kid and it's like a clone of you. That's right. So Ian's like, okay. So it's just crazy how things happen. And then when I was 16, I signed for West Ham. When I got to the training ground, the first person I met, obviously Harry was there and Wright, Like what that does to a 16-year-old. Actually, honestly, it was the best.
What was Harry like to work under and work with? He's taking you to a few clubs with him.
Yeah, he was. Do you know what? He just gives you confidence. Just makes you believe that you're the best. And even when I was young, I remember there was a training session, and I was doing that crossing and finishing. I remember I scored a volley. It was good going training. I was 17, and he just turned around and said, "That's how you finish." And I remember running away. You know what? Like springing my step, thinking, "What? He's saying this?" And I'm training with like first team senior players, and he's like, "That's how you finish." I was just like, he was clever, Ash, in the way he did things. You know what I mean? And there was times where later on, where he was always approachable. I can go and speak to him about anything. You know, if I had a problem off the pitch, I can go and speak to him. I could phone him. Like, he had a good relationship with my mum from when I was young, when I first signed. But yeah, it just didn't really complicate anything. All he said to me is work hard and score goals. That was it. Not too much information. Yeah, a good guy.
Did the FA Cup feel different to playing Premier League football?
Yeah. Just something special about the FA Cup, weren't there? What an opportunity for other clubs, obviously, from all different divisions to play against their heroes. And I always approached it like it was a Premier League game. I was never one of those players that didn't want to play in the FA Cup or in any sort of like cup competition. You get a lot of players that, you know, they were just, okay, the league and want to be rested in the FA Cup. But I thought, I grew up watching the FA Cup, and it was the thing to watch on the telly, do you know what I mean? So for me, I was just like, yeah, I want to play in the FA Cup. And I enjoyed going to the like smaller grounds and just the whole day, really. It was just something different, a different feel about the FA Cup. It's a special competition, and like yourself, Ash, I mean, you've won it 7 times. And it just felt like different. Like the Premier League, of course, was the sort of like, was special playing in the Premier League. Even if you play in the Premier League once, it's enough on that. But there was always, for me, something special about playing in the FA Cup.
Mate, can I ask you, JD, quickly, because the FA Cup final, you was at Portsmouth.
Oh, yeah.
But you was cup tied.
Yeah.
You're in that, like, for someone I know how much you love football.
Yeah, it was hard, country.
That must have been hard for you, mate.
Obviously, I was happy for to be there and be amongst it with the boys. And it was funny though, because even when I was obviously there with my suit and stuff, I was just desperate just to be in that environment. You know, like in the change room with the boys that had won the FA Cup, and obviously we had Sol, Silva and Distan, Kanu, who scored. He scored in the semis.
Glenn Johnson,
Jono, David James. We had a good team.
Wow.
Cranshaw,
Lasana Diarra, Solly Montari.
Wow.
Nico Crenshaw.
That, innit? Yeah.
I think Milan Baros. Unbelievable team, full of internationals. And but it was just hard though, Ash, because so I'm buzzing, we won it, but I'm thinking, you know what, I can't even like enjoy it and lift it. Even though I lifted it, but didn't get a medal in that. But just to be there with the boys and see how happy everyone was, and it was nice, yeah. But difficult, of course, for obvious reasons.
We always ask this question to the guests. If you could go back and relive one FA Cup day from your career, what would it be? Sometimes it could be something that you'd like, it was great and you loved and you want to relive it, or it might be, oh man, that chance. Do you know what I mean? Because I know strikers, I still think of chances I missed in big games when I'm lying in bed.
I still do as well.
Yeah?
Yeah, I still do.
Yeah.
Obviously, you think about the goals that you've scored and that, but there's been moments you think, you know, if I'd have scored that, it could have made a bit, the game could have been different.
Yeah.
Or the outcome of the game could have been different. Do you know what, right? When it's like when people say to me, like, what's your favourite goal or the best moment in your career? But do you know what? I was just so grateful to have the opportunity to play in the FA Cup. Because I always said, like, our lives could have been so different.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Our lives could have been so different. And I enjoyed every single game, honestly. And I know in football sometimes, like, it's sometimes there's more downs than ups.
Yeah.
It's like this throughout a long season. But for me, I enjoyed every training session. Even times when I weren't playing or I come back from injury, couldn't get back in the team and that. But again, because I was so obsessed with football and I just love scoring goals, I just enjoyed every game. And every FA Cup game that I played in, I loved it.
Yeah.
I wasn't lucky enough to win the FA Cup, but at the same time, yeah, it would have been great to obviously not have been cup tied at Portsmouth. But again, you know, like our lives could have been different. So
The lowest team left in the FA Cup are Chadderton FC. They're currently 8th in the North West Counties Premier Division, the 9th tier of English football. I'm delighted to say we are joined by first team coach Jamie Clark. How are you, Jamie? And how's the preparation going?
I'm very well. We're very excited for Saturday. Preparation's not been ideal, mate, to be honest with you.
Really?
Yeah, we had a home game on Tuesday. It's a league game. We lost at home 3-1. Poor performance. Picked up an injury to Matty Crovers, who's an important player for us early on in the game. I don't know if you've seen it, he sort of went viral because he scored a goal from his own half against FC United in the last round.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he picked up an injury, mate. So yeah, not ideal preparation, to be honest, pal.
What do you think? What do you think that was? Were the lads' heads not on it on the league game because they're thinking about the FA Cup?
It's definitely a factor. We've seen it in the last round. We went up to Bishop Auckland and got a result there against a team a couple of levels higher than us, and then we had a game again on the Tuesday night after, and it was all everyone was talking about the next game. You know, the lads they're not on it. You know, we lost the league game straight after that as well. So it's complacency really. But you know, I know you say they shouldn't be complacent, but I understand the excitement around a big fixture as well. So it's a hard one, that.
Jamie, how you doing? My man is Jermain. Nice to meet you. So how would you manage that then? Because obviously, you know, people talk about like, you know, play the game, not the occasion. You know, we've heard that many times, but sometimes it's difficult because it's such a big game. And so how would you do anything different in terms of the build-up and that from like a normal game?
Probably a little bit more in terms of analysis and preparation. So, I mean, it's a free hit for us. The several levels above us, yeah. But you know, we're not going there. We're not going there for a day out, you know. So we've done our homework on them. We've got videos. We've got data on how they play. So yeah, it's just probably looking a little bit more at them ahead of the game as opposed to ourselves.
For a club like Chadderton FC, financially, what is it? You know, what does it mean for the club if you can get your noses out of this round, and maybe because I know the television money comes in, there might be a little bit of that. Is it a real? Can it be a game changer for you on these cut runs?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Even the small money that we've got already, well, relatively small, it makes a big difference for us. You know, we don't have big donors or anything like that, big benefactors. We're blessed that we have a lot of sponsors that keep us going, but the sort of money that's up for grabs in the next rounds is unreal for us, to be honest with you. It makes a huge difference.
So how are you managing your players to balance? Obviously, I assume a lot of them are working also. How are they juggling working for their day-to-day job and then refocusing on, you know, the task ahead, trying to create a little bit of history and become a hero?
Yeah, it's difficult. They all have day jobs. So, you know, I mentioned we had a game on Tuesday evening, but you've got lads who've been on a building site all day, scaffolders, plumbers, joiners. It's a big ask for them. So you just try and do things to make training sort of getting that balance right between high tempo, low tempo, do the preventative stuff with them, encourage them to eat well, drink well, and all the rest of it. But it's a big ask because they have to go out and earn a living. These lads, you know, they're on, compared to some of the wages that you'll see in the FA Cup, they're on very little compared to that, and they have to go out and do the day job.
Mate, so
it's a big ask.
Yeah, so that is a big ask. I'm just trying to think now, you know, working at a level in football that we did, like, and you're trying to manage the load of players. And now you've got to manage a load on consideration how many jobs they've done, what plumbing they've done.
Yeah,
this one's on a building site. Yeah. We can't push him. That seems like a real tough job you've got there, mate. I'll be putting your CV into the higher levels if you can get a result in this one.
Yeah, the number of games don't help either because they keep winning these cup games, pal. So
yeah.
It builds up.
And mate, well, listen,
we love to see it, don't we?
Yeah, we love to see it, and it's what the FA Cup is all about. You know, like the magic of it. And we wish you all the very best, mate. Tell the lads we'll be watching. And yeah,
on, mate, yeah,
good luck.
All the best, mate.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers,
Good luck.
Jamie. Thank you. Good luck, mate.
Cheers, mate.
Bye.
Thank you.
Cheers, thank you.
It's amazing. Isn't it? Like, I don't think there's any other country in the world that got so many football clubs, football obsessed.
Yeah, it's mad.
Like lads, you know, doing their day job, coming in, and the FA Cup is just special, isn't it?
It's beautiful.
Imagine the conversation, though.
I would love a team like that to somehow get to a final.
Get to a final.
Yeah.
Not just them though. You talk about like the families and like the fans. Imagine everyone involved in a football club. It's just like so special.
Imagine you're doing a bit of scaffolding and you know you're going to be playing on the telly or something.
Imagine.
It's crazy,
mate. Oh, mate, that'd be brilliant.
That's what it's about, the FA Cup. This is why we love it.
That's why it's special, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ash, last season, Chelsea won the Adobe Women's FA Cup to complete the domestic treble. For Bonpastor coming in, what an achievement. Because you think Emma Hayes has been such a stalwart of that club. And she's just come in seamless and won the treble.
Yeah, I think, obviously, what Sonia's continued from, you know, Emma Hayes, it was big shoes to fill, but she's continued to drive this team and win trophies. And, yeah, I think they'll be up there with the front runners alongside the Manchester United, the Man Cities. Man United was runners-up. And because we've got our Tottenham compadre, let's throw Tottenham in there as well.
Let's throw him in there. Keep him happy, Keep him happy. Yeah, we'll look ahead to the Women's Adobe FA Cup first round proper in the next episode of Could It Be Magic? Yeah.
Jermain, we've got you in here, so I don't think it would be right if we don't speak or discuss about your old teams. Yeah. Thomas Franks at the moment, back at Tottenham. How do you think he's...
Yeah, do you know what? I was buzzing, Coley, with that appointment because... Also, I knew, Justin Cochran from his time at Tottenham. Knew him for years, to be honest. And he's sort of like done his sort of like apprenticeship in terms of coaching, and he done a lot on the grass. And, you know, he was at Tottenham, Man United, and then Brentford, and obviously England. So over the years, I've spoken to Justin about the manager. And then 2 years ago, he says to me, Jay, come into Brentford for the day, just watch training and like sort of like try and pick his brains a little bit if you get 5 minutes with him. Because at the time, I was still on my A licence. So I thought, I'll go in, you know, good opportunity. So I went in. So I thought I'm just going to go in and just stand on the side and watch training. So I remember I went in the morning, had breakfast with Justin. The manager come over and said, hello. He said, come in the meeting. I was like, wow. So obviously went in the meeting and it was, I can't remember who the game was against, but he was doing sort of like the meeting about the opposition. Obviously just listened to his coaching points and quite simple, but quite firm in terms of how he sort of like coached, because I watched the session, you know, he drove the session because you get a lot of managers don't even, you know, do the sessions and that, but he done everything, and I was really impressed by his sort of like his coaching points, and a really nice guy. After training, sat down with him for about half an hour, you know, so we had some lunch and again just tried to pick his brain in that, but just the whole environment, just the way he was big on harmony. I don't think he was one of those managers that if it doesn't go right, you know, he would start digging people out in front of everyone. I think he was one of those managers that he would probably pull people on a Monday morning and have like a one-on-one conversation. So I was impressed by that. But just the whole place. And that's why when he got the Tottenham job, I was like, for me, he was the right man, for sure. I thought the boys looked really fit pre-season. I saw a lot of the pre-season games. I thought they looked really fit. Of course, the recruitment was good, brought in some good players. I was happy about the Kudos signing because that's someone who...
top player.
I thought top player, and someone who I believe that can go to the next level in terms of goals and assists. But overall, really happy.
What about West Ham?
I think probably Nuno's probably the obvious choice. I think it was obviously unfortunate what happened to him in terms of losing his job at Forest. I thought he'd done an unbelievable job. The results. European football, I think the way they played, last season, watching Nottingham Forest was like watching, they were like a throwback team, if that makes sense. Had a way of playing, was difficult to play against first. Before anything else, difficult to play against. The team worked hard, had good individuals at the top end of the pitch that can make a difference. You know, played on transitions, had the quality, had a goal scorer.
Okay.
Right.
But is that going to suit the West Ham fans? Mid to low block, counter-attack. Is that...
But you know more than anyone, Ash. I think in certain games you have to. And I think you have to be... I mean, there's been many managers that, you know, people have said, you're not adaptable. You can't play the same every game. I think in certain games you may have to.
Can I ask a question? If you got the West Ham job or you got the West Ham... First of all, what would you
couldn't
do
high
at West Ham?
I would be aggressive.
Yeah.
I would get the fans off their seat.
Yeah.
I would show that we're not afraid of any team. We respect certain teams, of course. And
Yeah.
like Jermain said, you're not going to try win the ball back high up against a Man City because you understand at times they're going to kill you, right?
Yeah.
They'll play through you and kill.
You can be aggressive. Your team can be aggressive, but then I think you pick your moments to be aggressive.
Yeah, of course.
So like, and that's where the big managers get the big bucks because it's then, okay, am I just going to say to my team, okay, be aggressive. When the ball goes back, press. Now, when are we going to go and press?
Yeah.
And then when we do it, make sure it's aggressive. Do you know what I mean? Certain teams can do that, which is go and press, bang, if you've got legs. But then no, we pick our moments. But when we're not pressing, we're solid, hard to play against first. And then when we're pressing, we're going.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, we'll see, won't we?
They've got good players.
They've got good players. This is the thing we just said,
So Sunderland back in the Premier League.
Yeah.
I know you've got fond memories of Sunderland.
Yeah, it was amazing, Ash, I remember speaking to Darren Bent years ago when he went to Sunderland from Tottenham. And he said to me, JD, the club's unbelievable. Like the atmosphere, the fan base and stuff. And I remember my mate Gus Poyet signed me. And I mean, obviously most recent times it's been a struggle. You know, getting relegated and then, you know, you find yourself in like League One and even then I thought, you know what, this club's like a sleeping giant. At some stage, when this club's back in the Premier League, for these young players to experience playing for this football club in the Premier League is something special. And obviously, listen, I've been following their journey and to be back in the Premier League now is unbelievable. And what a start.
Yeah.
Honestly, even my time there, I can't remember being at Sunderland when we started the season so well. It was always like, we always started slow. And even when I played in really good teams there, for some reason, we always started slow in that. But what a start for these players. I mean, Isidore, the centre forward, the 3 home games this season, he scored in all 3.
Yeah.
And he's got the number 18 shirt.
They've continued their form from obviously last year, haven't they?
Yeah, just like...
Watching them in the champ, I was like, they're strong. They're young, they can run.
They can run, Ash.
And then you go the back end of the season when it come in playoffs, they're like, little bit of a slump.
Yeah.
And then continued it.
I've not seen much of them, but who's the centre half who scored in the semi-final of the playoffs against Coventry?
Ballard,
that's it. And at Wembley, yeah. He's good,
Ballard.
you know.
Yeah.
He's good. But even Granit Xhaka, like even signing, and he actually, he was on my A licence.
Yeah.
So he messaged me and wanted to obviously speak about the club and he said, oh, what's it like? I said, yes. I said, you'll love it there. Like the fans are amazing. It'd be good for you, like, especially with your experience and you'll help with the young players and stuff like that. And he's loved it.
Really good.
But yeah, but really happy that they've started well.
Clever business they've done.
Yeah, very clever.
Good manager, done well.
Yeah, he's done well. And do you know what I like about him? His whole demeanour. Because even the game against Coventry at home, and I went to the game, and I'm sitting, I'm thinking, if we get through this, because the amount of chances, and we sort of like just played as in like a low block. We spoke before about picking your moments to go and pressing that, but it just felt like we couldn't get up the pitch. And I thought, like, Coventry just well, and I thought they'll score soon. And then I remember looking at the manager, he was just calm. And I think that sends a message to your players as well. Got through that, and obviously in the final, Sheffield United won that, and then I mean the atmosphere, it was electric, it was amazing. But yeah, fantastic start.
So who's been your standout striker this season?
My standout, apart from the obvious.
So far, yeah,
obviously love Haaland. I thought his goal the other day was fantastic. Against Arsenal, it's just mad how he's like. It's about transitions and that. It's all about like, you know, when as a centre forward, when I was younger, people talk about like retaining the ball, focus on that first touch and make sure you keep the ball and don't give the ball away. And then when you do that, what do you do next? And he's just got his head down and obviously we know how fast he is and that. But then when you watch it back, like his first touch and then the finish. But that's just the obvious one. But apart from that, I think Ekatike.
Yeah.
And
from the newcomers, you think he's...
Ekatike. And it's going to be interesting because obviously signing Isak and, you know, massive signing. And obviously he's going to play as a number 9. And looks like Ekatike is going to play off the left. But I just think like he's got the shirt right now. And not just the goals, but just everything around it, Ash. Like I think he can do everything.
Yeah.
And I did the game. I went to the game against Bournemouth, first game of the season at Anfield. And I just watched him. And I watched his movement, how he comes off, his timing of his movement and soft touches. You know, the timing of his runs, the opposite movement, the finishing. The goal against Everton, I thought was unbelievable. Because the run, the touch and the finish, it's everything that I'd want to coach a centre forward.
Yeah.
In terms of like the time and the movement, don't be offside. Then when the chance come, focus on the first touch, away from the defender, then how quick can you get your shot off? Everything I've seen so far, it's been top level. And he's 22 years old.
Carling, as the beer of football, is all about bringing mates together.
But we also love to get one over our mates, don't we?
This season, Ash and I are going to take each other on in a series of games that we are calling the pub games.
So what are we going to do today?
Beer mat flipping. I've had a little go. It ain't as easy as it sounds. This is how it works. We each get 3 attempts to flip beer mats. The number of beer mats increases with each round.
Okay, all right. The person who catches the most beer mats overall wins. So this means even if you win round 1 and 2, I could still win round 3 if I catch more beer mats than you.
Okay.
Make
Jermain,
sense?
yeah. Jermain, you're the judge.
Come on then.
Let's go. Right, both together, yeah? Right, here we go.
2 hands. You can just catch them 2 hands, yeah? That's unbelievable.
Go on, geese.
That is unbelievable.
Wow.
No, butterfingers.
Right, Ash, you're going to go first this time because you're
Okay.
behind. It's 6-1 to me.
6-1.
But there's
I need to find my
15 points on the board. 15 points, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
But listen, we know
16.
you've won loads of trophies and all that. Do you know what I mean?
Not so high though, Ash. You're hitting it like it's going
Yeah,
like.
I've got to catch it in that hand.
one hand, yeah.
Flick and catch. But can I flick and catch?
No, it's one-handed. It's one-handed.
All right. I'm going to be so active here. I'm going to be active.
Look at this guy.
I took one in the chest.
So Joe's won anyway, but
Come on, Coley. I want you to do this.
No, that's too
that's impossible. Let me try that. Let me try that.
Yeah, go and try.
Yeah.
Finesse. You got to do it soft.
That is true.
broke him.
No, bro.
Go on. One more.
Go on.
Oh, look, he's bent now.
It's impossible.
It's gone through. You got to do it soft.
That's impossible.
Good
It made
game.
up
Good
that
game.
game.
Very good game.
Well done, Coley.
So you're up, mate. Well done. Well done.
Put your FA Cups on the table. That's the first of our pub games. It's 1-0 to me. If you want to suggest any pub games for us, please leave it in the comments. Right, JD, we've got a little challenge for you. We're calling this the final whistle.
The rules are simple. We're going to give you 30 seconds, okay? And you must name as many FA Cup winners as you can. You cannot repeat a team.
Oh.
Ash, you and I both had a little go on this earlier. Shall we see how we got on?
Yeah, let's have a look.
Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, Spurs, West Ham, Fulham, Coventry, Everton, Wigan, Bolton, Preston, Crystal Palace. Oh my God, this is harder now. When you, oh God, how many did I get?
12.
I think that could be mid-table. That average.
Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, Manchester United, Manchester City, Forest, Preston, Crystal Palace, Tranmere. Oh my God. Ipswich, Birmingham, Sunderland, Leeds. Oh, wow, that was quick. How many did I get?
I got 11. I got 11 as well.
What? I'll give myself a pat on the back. Well done, Ash. Didn't think I was going to get that. How many did Joe get?
12.
Oh, he's beat me by 1.
Yeah, that was tight.
Tight.
Yeah, it's harder than you think.
Yeah, you do feel a little bit of pressure.
Yeah.
I can't believe I didn't say Tottenham Hotspur.
Yeah.
I left them out. That's scandalous.
8-time
that,
winners.
innit? I know.
Gary Mabbott.
Gary.
I can't believe I left them out.
Legend, mate.
But I'll take 11 under pressure, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
You done well to take the lead again on
Yeah.
12. So
Yeah.
we'll see how JD does.
Yeah. Right. Ready for it, big man?
City, Arsenal, Tottenham, West Ham, Chelsea, Leicester, Newcastle, Leeds, Liverpool. How long have I got?
5 seconds.
I can't even think.
Hey, you done well with the Newcastle one, mate.
Newcastle ain't won.
They have.
They won the League Cup. Newcastle have not won the FA Cup.
They haven't.
I'm pretty sure.
They lost to
Am I right?
Arsenal. Arsenal
They have.
beat them.
How long ago?
They have.
The 50s, yeah. Listen to that, mate.
Because they said, what was it 70 years League Cup or something?
And then silverware. You didn't win though.
Villa.
You got Leicester mid.
Leicester was a good one.
Yeah, Leicester was a good one.
Yeah, Vardy. But that's more. I'm thinking just more recent.
Yeah.
Jermain, you're in third place, bruv.
I'll take that. I don't mind. I'll take that.
Right. I don't know whether that. I don't know, Geez. If you're third place by the end of the series, we're coming for you, mate.
You got to get Colton on then.
It is hard. It is hard to think on the spot. But
I just tried to think of like obviously more recent.
Yeah.
And then I'm thinking, who's won it? Like,
yeah, it's hard, mate. And you've done it when everyone's in the room. So like, fair play to you. But listen, it's been a pleasure having you, mate. Always a pleasure. You know that.
Nice one, yeah, of course.
Love listening to you and your passion about football. And we hope we see you on your next part of your journey on the touchline.
Cheers,
being
boys.
a number one.
Yes.
I'll be your assistant.
That's it, mate. I'll be there. I'll be interviewing.
This has been Could It Be Magic, brought to you by Carlin,
the official beer of the Emirates FA Cup and the Adobe Women's FA Cup.
Remember to subscribe and follow this show, and we'll see you next time.
18 plus, please drink responsibly.